Hey, yo, what up, though? It's just me, and since it's spring, I decided to buzz like a bee and be sting colors, and I go beast mode so I don't get stung. Since it's Monday, it is what you make of it, and in beast mode, I'ma make the most of it. Let's get started. Once upon a while ago, it was just math. But now it seems that every semester there's at least one class that really pushes my patience, tests my tolerance. This semester it's philosophy that's got me. And while getting lost in the logic is a bit challenging, it's nothing like the frustration that I faced with last semester's physiology. This, my friends, is by far one of the hardest classes I've ever taken. Let me tell y'all why. It's called a CYU. Now, what does CYU stand for? Stands for check your understanding, right? If I don't understand the assignment, like, why should I have to do it? Not the best attitude to have when you are in a class that you absolutely must pass in order to move forward, but that is, in fact, actual footage of exactly how I felt. And if I wanted to pass, I had to change my attitude and change it quickly because the semester was going by very fast and I had to pass. That didn't even look like something that I would incorporate into a PowerPoint slide and present to my class as a part of a speech project that I had to do. I didn't expect to get a very good grade on because I put a lot of time and effort into it. Who knew? Well, it was. Probably would have been even better if I had actually made it to that part of the project. Instead, well, take a look. Okay, so my project is motivation for the mind, inspiration for the spirit. If everything in life was easy, there should be no reason to work hard and fail. Has anyone ever, how many of you have ever felt inspired after listening or reading, watching a show or movie? Show me anything? Has anyone ever had to seek motivation? I just so happen to draw inspiration from various other outlets as well. I didn't start listening to specific speeches more frequently until recently. Last semester to be exact. Initially I started listening to I don't like this. Can we start over? I don't like it. I'm sorry.
Well, you gotta keep going.
I'm not going back over here.
Okay, I'm
No, I'm good.
well, I give you credit for doing it, so you won't get a zero, but, you know, so, okay, so, you get a grade, it's not like a zero, but.
Ouch. Ouch. Nothing beast mode about that, right? Like, I'm pretty sure I shouldn't have to explain the lesson in that. But why would I show the actual video of failure and vulnerability after I just reenacted and explained it last week? Especially when this is supposed to be a motivating video. Like, why would I show you guys something like that? First of all, because I know y'all nosy, but who wouldn't be? After a reenactment and explanation like that, yes, I know. I can only imagine how much it leaves one to wonder. I'm being kind of goofy, of course, but I knew that if I got the actual footage back, it would be relatively soon, and, of course, it was. So, that, and, like I mentioned last week, if everything that I shared was just about success, I get the feeling that something or somebody somewhere would question the integrity of it. You can't have success without stumbles. You can't have success without failures. And I definitely just want to share mine as a learning lesson. It's about that learning lesson, but also, as you guys saw last week, you guys saw all the hard work, effort, and dedication that I put into it. You guys saw the behind the scenes. But what you guys saw this week was the actual footage. Sometimes all the hard work, dedication, and effort doesn't mean anything if you are not able to execute. And so the reason I wanted to show that and show my vulnerability and ultimately what didn't pan out accordingly for me is that if you let things distract you, I told you guys last week I didn't have my priorities straight. I told you guys last week I was on the phone until 6 in the morning. I told you guys the things that I did wrong last week. I put a lot of hard work, effort, and dedication, but none of that stuff was noticed or recognized or anything. And it's my fault. Like, I can't blame the teacher. I can't blame the fact that I didn't. It's my fault, and I literally strictly have to take responsibility for it. And don't get it twisted. Watching that, it hurts. One of the things that people who are not doing and going for the same things that you are going for fail to realize is the hard work, what it is, and what the outcome is, and what you have to lose. People that aren't doing the same things that you are doing do not realize that. And just because they don't realize that does not mean that you are obligated to stop, explain, or cater to their feelings. You are not. They're not the ones that have to deal with your feelings at the end of the day. They're not the ones that have to deal with your vulnerability. They're not. And that goes vice versa. If somebody else wants you to be a part of their priority, and their priority is not your priority, they're not obligated to explain it to you. You're not obligated to explain it to them. So one thing I know about myself is that I am not too good with time management. So when I get dedicated and focused and then I get knocked off, it literally takes me probably twice as long to get back center focused and back onto what I was doing as it does the regular person whose focus is fine. So, for people like me who aren't that good, just know that, first of all, we're all in the struggle together. And second, I don't care how hard you worked. I don't care how much work, effort, and dedication that you put into any project or anything that you were doing. You don't get two chances to make a first impression. So you take your shot and give it all you got. And even if you feel defeated, don't give up. As I'm looking at myself in the camera, I can't make up that project. I can't better my grade. And it's crazy because I only got a grade on what was pretty much a pre-project. And I know I had a good presentation. I know I would have killed it. Unfortunately, I was not able to make up that project. But what I do know, we got 2 more projects to go. One, another personal project, and one, a group project. You best believe I'm going to execute. I didn't get to do my last project in front of my class. I'm going to make my next impression my best impression. Stay tuned. Thanks for watching. See you next week.